All right, everyone. Good morning and welcome back to FS22 in Alma, Missouri for another episode of our final series in FS22 where we are trying to save Family Farm. And as you can see, it is an early morning in November, kind of chilly outside, but not too terrible. And today we are ready to get started with part 2 of our harvest. So today's going to be the corn harvest. And again, thank you guys for your patience. Sorry that these farm sim videos have been kind of, delayed a little bit. With the holidays and the new year, I just got really busy, and then work got really busy, and plus there were a lot of updates for City Skylines and some things that I wanted to get to for that. But mainly, there's just been so much work to do on this farm that it's been taking up a lot of time, kind of behind the scenes. So just between even the last episode and this one, let me just give you guys a quick little tour because we got some updates that I want to share with you guys. So first, we actually purchased a new truck. It's on lease. We didn't actually buy it. But if you're looking here, we got this this flatbed kind of sideboard trailer here. This is one of the TLX Phoenix mod, which I've had for years and never really used it. So I thought, what better way to kind of bid farewell to FS22 than use one of the pretty decent truck mods that I'm aware of. There's a lot of customization with this one, so I've really been excited to give it a try. And yep, so there we go. So we use that to sell a lot of our produce, and that's why the bank account's not looking too bad. We made about 10 grand from our produce sales thus far. And then over here we got another little treat for ourselves. We got a I believe this is this the Anderson? What is this? Arcusin auto stack. So we can drive around and collect our bales, so we don't have to go around with the telehandler and collect them one by one. We could just use this and then nicely flip them into a nice stack and just create a giant super stack of bales ready to use later. So that really came in handy. If we walk around here real quick behind this barn, I'll show you guys. We have a huge stack of silage bales back here. And what we decided to do was we're going to keep all these for the winter. And then we'll sell some in the spring if we have like a ton of them and we don't go through them. Because hopefully we'll buy some animals after the new year, after we sell all of our crops, and then we can use these to feed them once they're fermented. So since we'll have some cows and stuff, but look at all these bales. There's this is over 100 over here. I think we had like 100 and looks like 140 or something. And then we took one field though. We kept them as grass bales, so we didn't actually wrap all of the grass bales this time around. We kept one field of them for grass because I think that if we buy sheep, which we do have a sheep barn to our left, a little red barn on the other side of this is actually a sheep barn. And I think sheep actually need grass as a food. So better to, be prepared and have those. And if something happens and like they don't actually need grass, if they could just eat hay or whatever, maybe we'll wrap those too. But for now, I don't see any reason, that we can't have a few grass bales laying around. So yeah, but that is kind of the recap. That's where we're at. Basically, all that's left to do now is just harvest the corn, and then we'll just wait for the prices to get a little higher in the winter, sell it, and then hopefully buy our animals and wrap up the series. So we have like our 40-acre field, 40 some acres. It's going to be a huge harvest. Oh, I almost forgot. Straight ahead, let me hop into the mini map here. We planted our wheat for next year in field 10 in the big 50 some acre field. This is all planted and ready to go. I have the crop sprayer pulled out right over here, and we will jump into that, have somebody jump into that and get this sprayed with some herbicide, because I actually forgot to do that when the seeds were planted. And since it is November, I actually planted them at the end of last month after we got done with the grain harvest. So they're actually already starting to sprout. So that means we can fertilize them as well. So we're going to have, I think Darren's going to take care of that for us. He's going to take care of field 10 today. So his job is going to be just to get the herbicide down first, and then get down a coat of fertilizer as well. So we have our fertilizer spreader, our solid fertilizer spreader. So he'll use that, get a coat of fertilizer down after he's done spraying for weeds. And then me and Kyle are going to jump in and get started with the corn harvest. So just like last time, I think I'm going to run the grain cart, and I'm going to give Kyle a shot at running the combine. He definitely said he would be interested in getting behind the wheel. He didn't get to do it with the grain harvest because he was pretty busy with some other stuff. Specifically some of the grass work that needed to be done. We had tons of that last month. But yeah, so he's going to go and give it a try. I'll go and chase around with the grain cart here, and we'll get this all in this silo. So just another little recap from the last episode. We have, I think, like 100 and some thousand liters of each of the crops. So we have 172,000 of oat and 139,000 of wheat. So all in all, a really, really good harvest this year. Crops turned out fantastic. We'll have to wait until we sell them to see if, you know, the ultimate quality, but so far so good. At least we were able to get them off the ground this year, which is better than what happened last year. So fingers crossed, the corn harvest will go smoothly. But we're just gonna stop wasting time here. It's 7:45 in the morning, and we are expecting a little bit of rain. Shouldn't be more than a quick shower in the afternoon, but you never know. It could be enough to make the crop unviable for harvest. So we're gonna try. I think the rain said it's supposed to come about 2 o'clock. So we're gonna try to get as much done as we can in the next few hours here. So I will see you guys over on the field, and we'll have Kyle go ahead and jump in and get started. Right, so there goes Kyle getting started on the field here. Trying a little bit different stuff with horseplay in this game, as I've said before. Trying to do the lands setting for the harvester, and these fields are a little bit oddly shaped, so it kind of doesn't always work the best, but I guess it's okay for now. So we're just gonna see, you know, how this goes. I had to cut in and do a little bit of a initial pass here, but yeah, we'll see how it runs. But just breaking the realism for a minute there. But anyway, yeah, so we're just gonna jump into a little bit of a montage with this harvest, and then I will probably just bring you guys back in once we've either made some substantial progress or there's something else to talk about. But you know, right now we're just kind of jumping in, harvesting this corn. Like I said, this is really the only thing left that we need to do today and before the winter. So let's go ahead and just keep going. All right, and so we are done with the harvest just in time for the rain. This timing
literally could not have been any better. I mean, we just got done with the last headland pass and it started to drizzle a little bit. So yeah, and I think that Mac is full, and yeah, there's still some in the grain cart there. So we'll go ahead and just dump this right into here, and then we'll jump back in the tractor and empty that out, and then we'll go ahead and just dump these trailers into the silo and pretty much call it a day. I know this will probably be one of the shorter episodes, you know, compared to some of the last few that have been quite long. But we just, to be honest, we just don't really have that much to do other than this corn harvest at the moment. So no use really getting the fields prepped right now. Obviously, it's raining a little bit, and plus we don't need to prep anything until the spring. The next thing that we actually need to plant is going to be, I think, the oats, and that's a spring crop. We can't plant that in the winter, so, or you know, before the winter, I guess, like the wheat. So we'll just have to wait on that. So no rush to get that field prep done. I'll probably do it pretty early in the year though, like, you know, maybe late February or something, as opposed to waiting till March, because once spring hits, it'll be a time for, you know, another cut of grass and silage and all that type of stuff, which takes quite a long time on this farm. I gotta be honest. Like I said, you know, I was doing some stuff behind the scenes, like doing all the grass work and everything, since, you know, the last couple of episodes, and man, that just took so long to do all that. We were kind of a one-man show for most of it too, so that didn't help, but I mean, it was way more than I thought it would be. So we have a lot of grassland on this farm, but all good. You know, silage is a really good moneymaker for us, and obviously we'll use that to feed our animals if we are fortunate enough to get them back on the farm, which I think that we will be. So can't really complain there. Yeah, I'm just gonna pull this up here for now, and then we'll wash all this a little bit later once the rain passes. But yeah, spraying's done, fertilizing is done, harvest is done. Let's go ahead and just put this corn in the silo, and then we will see how much we have, and then I'll probably just wrap up for the day here. So talk to you guys in a minute. All right, so that's the last of it. Moment of truth. Let's go ahead and see how much we got in the silo. 282. Whoa, 282,000, almost 283. That is not bad. I know that corn is a little bit more of a high volume crop, so you know, I guess it is what it is. But I mean, man, that's not a bad haul for the year. So super fortunate that we were able to get the crop off of the ground this year for all the fields. We have so much in the silos. This is just awesome compared to what happened, you know, in the past couple of years. So I know that Darren's going to be really happy that, you know, his crop did well this year, and I know I'm really happy that, you know, me and Kyle got the chance to help him out. But anyway, I think I'm actually just going to go ahead and call it an episode here today. There's really not much more to do other than the usual equipment cleaning, and you know, we'll get everything kind of, once the rain stops, we'll get everything washed, put away, probably do some routine maintenance on some of the tractors and stuff. We haven't had a lot of time to do that this year, so you know, usually I try to save that as much as I can for November and December, you know, when the weather changes and we have a little bit more spare time on our hands. So I think we'll you know, get done with that kind of off camera. But yeah, just another little note on this truck. You know, you may be thinking like why we actually ended up getting this, and I know right now we have it on lease. We didn't actually buy it yet, but we will once we have a little bit more money. I didn't want to go out and buy anything right now since we do have a nice amount of funds in the bank, but I didn't want to put us in a position where we, we're kind of having to rely on taking out another loan. So it's just nice to have a little bit cash in the bank. You can just see like the bed, just how much bigger it is than this one, and actually that one, the Phoenix over here actually has a auto load on the bed, so cheating a little bit, but it makes it easier to load up like the produce and stuff. It kind of just gets all loaded up in there nicely, and it can haul a lot more volume than just throwing the pallets on this thing. So we still use this old Chevy, or whatever you want to call it, C7500 in my mind is a Chevy or a GMC. That's a kind of what this is based off of. But yeah, we're still gonna use this truck plenty, especially when just when we sold the produce. Even with this new truck, we had this one running a second load, so we were just taking advantage of the bed space of both of these. So can't complain having 2 trucks on the farm. It'll help us get rid of our product a lot faster, and in turn just make a little bit more cash. So that is really good, and it also saves us a bunch of time, and since we can have 2 trucks running to the sell points instead of just 1. So really happy about that. Definitely a good investment, and that baler, that bale stacker, that thing is just, oh my gosh, that is fantastic. I'm so happy that we got that. But anyway, things are looking good so far. I will talk to you guys in the next episode when we will be selling our product. It'll be probably January. We'll be selling all of our grains and our corn, and then with the money that we get from that, I think it's going to be a pretty hefty amount, and we should be able to get some animals back on the farm. So I am really excited for that. It's going to be a great end to the year if we can make all that happen. So stay tuned. We got one more episode to go after this, and I'm really hoping it's gonna all be worthwhile, and the amount of hours that we put in the farm and all the work that we've done. It'll be nice to see what happens at the end of the year as a result of that. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you've been enjoying the series, and stick around for the last episode, and then as we jump into FS25, really looking forward to finally giving that game a really good try. I haven't I've been playing it kind of in the background a little bit, but I haven't done anything crazy with it yet, so I'm really looking forward to it. Mods are coming out. We already got some maps. I have an idea of kind of what I want to do for our first series already, so yeah, it'll be a lot of fun, and I'm really looking forward to it. So hope you guys all have a great rest of your week, and I will talk to you guys in the next episode. Peace out.